What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Big Apple Baseball Banter. My name is Elias, and today we're going to be playing a fun game with MLB free agents, specifically starting pitchers. So, thanks to Jets Talk 24/7 on YouTube, who gave me permission to use his idea. He's been doing this with football free agents, but we're playing Mary Kill. I'm not going to go into too much detail about what that means, but the part just means short-term contract. Mary is a long-term contract, so could be every between 1 to 2 years. Mary would be 3+, and then, which I know a 3-year marriage isn't the greatest thing, but whatever. And Kill will be no, I'm not interested in assigning them to a contract. So we're gonna do 3 different videos with starting pitchers, center fielders, and relievers. Those are definitely the 3 biggest needs for the New York Mets. And we got quite a bit of guys to go through. I didn't go through every free agent. I only went through kind of the more interesting guys I'm more high on. And I'll go into more depth from some guys, the better pitchers. And then for the, some of the kills, I'll just say their name and just say no. So the first guy we're going to start with the big guy, Trevor Bauer. I would marry. I'd give him like a 5 or 6 year contract. Trevor Bauer obviously won the Cy Young last year, a 1.73 ERA. 73 innings pitched, 100 strikeouts, and a .79 whip. He was phenomenal. Not only do you get an amazing pitcher, definitely your 2 starter, because he can definitely be an ace. You got DeGrom, so you don't need him to be an ace. But you also get his awesome YouTube videos. Imagine seeing him with Pete and everyone, all the young guys, and his vlogs and stuff. That would be fun. But I would 100% marry. It's gonna cost a lot, but I would definitely do it, no doubt about it. Coming up next is Jake Odorizzi, former Minnesota Twin. He had a really bad year last year, a 6.59 ERA in 4 games and 13.2 innings pitched with 12 strikeouts and a 1.39 whip. Really bad year. Obviously was injured, but he's been very good in the past. With Jake Odorizzi, I would definitely I would only give him probably a 2-year contract. He is 30 years old. He just doesn't really have the same ceiling and success Trevor Bauer has. So the age isn't really the reason I wouldn't. Just he's been hurt a bit, and I don't know if he would take another 1-year contract. I know he took the qualifying offer last year and kind of got screwed out of a long-term deal. But yeah, Jake Odorizzi, definitely a good option, especially if you don't get Trevor Bauer. I'd like him and another guy I'll talk about later. Up next, we got Masahiro Tanaka from the New York Yankees. I would as well. He wasn't great last year, especially in the playoffs, which he's usually known for being. But in the regular season, he had a 3.56 ERA, which is very good, and 48 innings pitched, 1.17 whip. So definitely a solid option. Would be interesting to see him, take him from the Yankees. I know he had that head injury last year. I'm not too worried about that. I wouldn't go a long-term contract on him. He is 32 years old. But I'm not too worried about that. But I would give him like a 2-year contract. Up next, we have James Paxton, another former New York Yankee. I would as well. He just had a showcase where he threw like 94. He not crazy hard, but not bad. Injuries is kind of what worries me. He's 32 years old. Very good when he's at his best, but I wouldn't give him a long-term contract. But I'd probably see him going up to Toronto just because he's from Canada. But I would definitely be interested in James Paxton. Another lefty, Jose Quintana from the Cubs. I'd as well, 32. And I would definitely just sign him to be a 5-starter. I don't think he's anything better than that. But Jose Quintana, a solid pitcher, can be a good depth piece. Up next, Adam Wainwright. No, kill. He's 39, way too old. Homer Bailey, kill as well, 35, and he's always injured. John Lester, kill, 37. I'm looking for long-term building blocks and guys with kind of a high ceiling, so no. Anibal Sanchez, 37, kill. I'm not too interested in him. Brett Anderson from the Brewers. I'd be interested in him because I believe he could also pitch out of the bullpen, so he can kind of be the 5-starter until Syndergaard comes back. That would be interesting, and he's not going to cost you anything. You could even get him on a minor league deal maybe. I'd just like to sign him for depth anyways because I think he's a decent pitcher. Cole Hamels, kill. No. He's 37 and was hurt a lot last year. Mike Fiers, no, kill. 36. And age shouldn't be the only factor, but I'm looking for guys with a higher ceiling than him. Martin Perez, kill. I think you could just do better than him. He's a solid pitcher, but you could do better. J.A. Happ, kill. I know Ben can't stand the guy. He's 38. I'm looking for younger guys. Jake Arrieta, kill. No, I don't want Jake Arrieta. I can't stand the guy, and he hasn't been good in a bit. Rich Hill, God, no, he's 41 years old. He's still pretty decent, but I'm surprised he's still playing. Gio Gonzalez, just because he could also pitch out of the bullpen, I believe, and I'd be interested in that. I know he grew up a Mets fan. That could be interesting, but yeah. Like a one year contract. He wasn't great last year, but he's had some decent years in the past. Chase Anderson, kill. No, he's not great. He had like one good year with Milwaukee, and he hasn't been good with Toronto. Chris Archer, kill. He's been a disaster for the Pirates. 32 years old. I'm good with him. Julio Teheran, I'd just because I think he has some decent talent. Had a really bad year with the Angels last year, but I'm pretty sure he was hurt for a lot of it. So, as a back end depth signing, yeah, why not? Taijuan Walker. This is the second Mary, actually. I actually think we have a very good chance of getting this guy. Shout out to Mets fans only. He just made a video about why he thinks the Mets will get Taijuan Walker. It's a good video. You should go check it out. Last year, he had a 2.7 ERA, and he was coming back from Tommy John and had a really good comeback. He was originally with the Mariners, then traded with the Diamondbacks. And if you guys know who our new general manager is, who was the assistant general manager for the Diamondbacks when they traded for Taijuan Walker, that's a good sign. If you don't get Bauer, I'd love to get him and Odorizzi. Or maybe you want to... I think David Peterson's definitely ready to stay in the rotation, but worst case, you want to sign Walker and Bauer, and then when Syndergaard comes back, you move Peterson to the bullpen. That could be interesting, but get into Taijuan Walker's numbers. And I'm sorry if I didn't go to the numbers with all these other guys, but I didn't really find a need to. 2020 2.7 ERA in 11 games. He had 53.1 innings pitched and 50 strikeouts, 1.16 whip. He ended up getting traded from the Mariners to Toronto, and especially coming off Tommy John, that's really impressive. That ERA is super low, so I'd definitely be interested in Taijuan Walker. He's only 28 years old, too, so he's just in his prime, so yeah. Corey Kluber, I love the guy. He's so fun to watch pitch, but kill, no. Too old, and I'm not interested. He's been hurt a ton the past 2 years. Felix Hernandez, kill. Hasn't been good in forever. Alex Wood, I think he's actually a decent pitcher. He can also pitch out of the bullpen, be a long guy there. Be a good 5 starter. Didn't have a great year. He had a negative .2 WAR, which is not good at all. But he was okay in the playoffs, I believe, and he's good. He's good depth. Why not? Now we got the 2 Japanese guys, Kohei Arihara. I so said that wrong, but and Tomoyuki Sugano. I know Tomoyuki Sugano is pretty highly regarded. Both guys I wouldn't give a long-term contract to these Japanese guys. Like, you look how Yusei Kikuchi's doing. I know there's good players to come, from Japan, but I'd rather go with the major league guys. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, we can just sign Tomoyuki Sugano over Trevor Bauer. Like, financially, yes, but I'd rather get the good guy who's proven in the big leagues. Like, these guys haven't even pitched in the big leagues before. So I'm definitely curious to see what they have. I would give them both a shot, but I wouldn't give them a long-term contract, which might be needed, especially if, you're bidding against other teams. So, yeah. So that's my evaluation of all the prominent starting pitcher free agents on the market this year. Hopefully we get 1 to 2 of them, and I think we could, if we have a good free agency, we could build a very good team. I was going to do catchers as well, but we already got our catcher, obviously McCann. And I think it would be kind of boring. You have the 2 guys in there, and then a bunch of old guys. So, no. Center field's coming up. That's going to be shorter than this because there's not that many options. But I'll go more in depth with each guy. And then relievers. We have a ton of relievers to get through. I'll do kind of the same thing. Go in depth with some guys and then not go in depth with others. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe to the channel. Check out our podcast. We're trying to really step that up. 585-682-4931. Calling with the voicemails. We haven't been getting any. And that's one of my favorite parts of the show, doing the voicemail segment. It's a ton of fun. So also you can check out our Instagram, big.apple.baseball.banter. Guys, we're going to be making content throughout the entire offseason. I got to talk to Ben. He's got to make some independent Yankee stuff for all you Yankee fans out there. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.